Yeah, you're rolling. Yeah, so you're gonna be looking into it. No. Sit down, man. It's the point of view of the audience. Okay, guys. Sorry for the late start. Had to get this paperwork sorted. Just letting you know that what is this? The first Monday of every month now. They're running something called Nearly Dead Poets out there. So there might be some music playing at some point and everything, but it's not like full on access like we are used to having. But as Sean will tell you, is that we can go down into the basement, and shoot some stuff later if that's what people want to do. Usually we'd be able to go into that room, but that's where they have like food on. Did ask if like we get any access to it. I don't think they're gonna get a lot of people.
Beat the crap out of some poet.
Yeah, right. You damn poet.
Right, that motherfucker.
But basically, what tonight is going to be about looking at the films that you did last week. Ooh, wow, Chase, what do you mean they're done? Let's just say that the rough cuts, but I mean I think they're done. In the sense where I had to really kind of like work overtime to try and make sure. Okay, I knew Steve coming, I knew Sonny couldn't do his. Matt sent me his. John sent me his on the phone through Facebook. Modern technology is really interesting. Nigel, so what I'm going to do is I got it set up to show you your films, and we're going to do that. But yeah, we're going to do that. So also what you'll see is, because what is great, alright, don't worry about it right now. That's cool. Because what you see,
Your Foley man is
about
awful.
the filmmakers is what?
Your Foley man's awful.
Yeah, I know. That's all that non-diegetic sound. Right. What's great is that, like, thankfully, filmmakers like Gary or Sonny, actually have access to light. As well as, because of the location that we in, we have access to props. This course is about found objects, right? And so after you watch the films first, then we're going to look at lighting. What we have access to here is pretty much, it's not your basic 3-point light setup, but for film noir, I think it's pretty awesome. Because with film noir, it's about chiaroscuro. Yeah? Anybody ever heard of that term? Anybody did art?
Yeah.
Go ahead, Maria, who's done art. What does
Yeah.
chiaroscuro mean?
Well, it's translated strictly, it means light and dark.
Exactly. That's all you need to know. Like I said, my style and technique is all about chiaroscuro. I was inspired when I was in college. I was inspired by film noir, about shadows and darkness, shadows and fog, all of that. And all of my films have some form of light and darkness. And when I moved into music videos, I transformed that style into a neo-noir style, which is kind of like, people kind of like equate Stephen Frears starting that with the Grizzers, which is still film noir, but it's film noir in color. And what's great is that I can't say I created. I used and utilized what I call two-tone lighting. And it's great for music videos. It's great for hip-hop, where you see those videos like Hype Williams and Belly and all that other kind of stuff, where there's a lot of strong blues, a lot of strong oranges, greens, and reds. That's neo-noir style. Because it's still a form of chiaroscuro, isn't it? Yeah. And the main thing about it is that when I've been editing your films, I had to apply some of that technique. What we call gamma correction. So what you'll see is, hey, it didn't look like that when I shot it. Well, what we're trying to show you is through editing we can improve upon low lighting situations, right? And make things a little prettier, a little darker, a little crisper. So, we're going to do show one at a time. And, you don't have to film this because it can always, cut to it, right? So we're going to watch the films now. Cut. Hey, give him a round of applause. I love this kid. He's a little psychotic. I would never want to be alone with him. Just remember that. What did you think?
Oh, yeah, I mean, obviously, you could probably tell the cameras had to be changed partway through because
How could you tell that?
Well,
It's all color corrected.
the sound looked a lot.
Hold on for a second.
Sounded,
Hold on. When you're talking about your movie, right?
Yeah.
Let's say you were at Cannes or you at some festival. First thing you're gonna say is, "Yeah, you can tell I fucked up, right?" No, I can't. Tell like the camera wasn't working, right? Tell like I didn't have the light. You
You're
know?
gonna sell it?
Come on, man. All right. Take two. Yeah. What did you think?
I like the way it turned out. The old sort of
Film effect.
film effects. Yeah, it really worked well. Like it's an homage, and you could definitely pick the right music. I like the music.
All right. Well, that's about me. What about you?
Well, I'm great, mate. Yeah.
Oh no, I'm in the film.
Yeah.
Right. So anyway, Sean went down in the basement. They started out in the back alley, and then he found out, well, it's too dark out there. Sean didn't know how to work the autofocus on my camera. All right, I could talk about you. You should talk about you, actually. So then they moved into the basement and stuff like that. But what I'm hoping that what you picked out on is what I picked out on. As an editor, what was really pleasurable about cutting this piece is the detail to his cutaways. You know, like he shot it like 3 times in 3 different ways of the guys coming through the door. You know, then when Andy's like, you know, dragging the pipe along the floor, he made sure that he had the wide shot, and then he had the close up or the floor angle of the pipe going across the floor. You know, he had the shadow shot on the wall. You know, at first when I saw that the guy was swinging and he wasn't against the wall, I was like, oh, there's a fuck up. But then when I got to the end of the footage, I saw, oh, what then? So he walks away from the wall after being beaten 5-10 times. I cut it down to 3. Like, you're really sick. But like, you know, he was an army man. And then he, you know, kind of like walks up and he just batters the crap out of this guy. You know what I mean? Which you probably couldn't hear, right? They had no sound or whatever, but it was a revenge, right? Like his dad was in the army and this guy he tracked him down or something like that, right?
So, yeah.
All right, that's what I got.
the guy in the house, his dad was in the army, and basically the Miles character basically shot him.
Did I just say that? Did I just say that? What was
Did
the
you?
reason? Yes, I did.
Did you?
Yeah, watch back the tape. Anyway, my point was, one mistake that I think you should acknowledge is that, like, fantastic makeup on Mal. I don't know who did that, right? Was that you? Because you're psychotic. Fantastic makeup on Mal. Problem was that when I looked at the audio, or I listened to the audio of that scene, Mal is beaten to death before he's beaten to death. Did anybody notice that?
Yeah.
Because when Mal talk about, yeah, you know, it's not my fault, I'm sorry, you know, blah, blah, blah.
He's meant to have already taken a bit of a beating. That was
When did that happen?
It was just as he confronted him, and then obviously gave chase. He let him run for a bit.
Gave chase where? What chase you talking about? You talking about the stuff outside that we didn't use?
that you didn't see.
Okay. So anyway, right? So yeah, Mal was beaten up earlier, and then all that kind of stuff. So that's all good. Well, you know, in the film now, well, you know, hey, what are you gonna do, right? Still a great film, right?
Yeah.
Be a little bit more confident, man. That was a really good film. All right, next comedian. That was funny. All right, Nigel, who's not usually funny. Come on down.
Not usually funny, what about?
Funny, what are you on about?
Yeah, what do you say, Chase?
You do a lot of violent films yourself.
Wow.
You're pretty much a psychopath yourself, and that is kind of psychotic, but it was funny. Now, let's explain to the audience about the fact that you're taking the editing course, and you know, like, even though we've been having like some technical difficulties, you actually started cutting this, right? Because there was something that was in you and how you described it. Why don't you tell more about why you wanted to cut it?
Yeah, I actually cut the first few seconds of it myself, and then Chase finished it off. I started off with an idea that I was going to have the two guys. Well, Sonny sat there, Midhat comes in, and then I pan down to the body on the floor, and then the two guys start talking. But the way the actors actually did it, the way I asked Sonny and Midhat to improvise their dialogue, and the stuff they came out with right at the start. To be honest, it was comedy gold, and I thought, I can't waste this. I need to delay the reveal slightly, so I wanted to have them talking first. There's a body on the floor. What? Oh yeah, I did that, and then cut to the body. So,
So, did that work?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well done.
thank you.
So, I mean, go ahead, go on.
Yeah, I mean, Chase often says you've got to think on your feet. If something goes wrong, you've got to find a way around it. But by the same token, if something goes better than you expected, that may also change the way you're gonna
That's a really
You're
good
gonna
point.
do it in the end.
Scaffolding. You know, just have a structure of your idea and then let whatever happens fill in the blanks.
Yeah, exactly. So I was glad that I was able to think on my feet, and then by lucky fluke, having just started the directing class this Saturday, I was able to say, actually, let me direct this, and let me cut this first. Let me cut this first few seconds, and then I got the cuts that I wanted at the start.
So the rest of the film, that was kind of like how you wanted to go as well.
Yeah, that was great. Thank you for that.
Yeah, I mean, like, because you said it,
Yeah.
right? So, again, remember, the editor is not the director. The editor is only working with the director once, right? And everything like that. But since you were specific about that body reveal, then that's what you got. That's what you put in yourself and everything else like that. So, well done on that. That's what I just wanted to acknowledge there. And the other thing I was going to say was the fact that, like, no, I think that was it. That's right. Yeah. Well,
Okay.
thank you.
Okay.
That was it. All right. So,
Next film.
Big boy.
all right. So, Sonny, what do you think?
I quite liked it. I liked the audio effects. There was an unfortunate clap of thunder where she said Brucey and she didn't actually say pussy, which is what it did sound like to me. She did say any news on my Brucey, not any news, where's my pussy?
I didn't hear that.
Yeah, that's what it sounded like. But yeah,
Maybe that was for licensing practices. You know what I'm saying? TV.
But I thought it needed that because obviously we couldn't see it was raining, and so we needed that just to let us know it's bad weather outside. Of course, yeah.
And stuff.
Obviously, like the fact you're taking the colour out of it as well, it was an obvious thing to do, but it worked.
Well, all these films will probably have the color drain out of it. I mean,
Yeah.
but also too, it's like when I sent you the pictures, is that you're shooting in color, you know, and like your film had the benefit of lights and stuff like that, so you had shadows on the wall. But also too, it's not, you can't just make it black and white and that's it, you know, because then I had to do the gamma correction on it to, make it black more crisper. But that's what you wanted, right?
Yeah, yeah.
So you didn't want a color film.
No, actually black and white, absolutely. I mean, I left the light, regardless of where the camera was, I left the light in the same place throughout, so the shadows will be exactly the same on the wall, so different camera angles still see the shadow where it originally was.
Yeah.
So that was something we tried to make sure we did.
Yeah.
But I quite like it, apart from the pussy line, innit? Works out quite well.
You're pretty focused on the wrong thing.
Oh,
But like,
single line.
no. But also too is that like what I liked about it was because as I kind of said, of course we'll focus on a lot more film noir opportunities and stuff like that. So it's interesting that you chose to do that for your Enter and Exit. You said you probably was interested in expanding on it. as
Yeah,
well.
to take that scene and
So-
make it part something bigger, yeah.
Yeah. So well done. Well done. Yep. Okay, so there was a lot of edits, a lot of films, right? How many is that? Like about 6, so yeah. And everything else like that, all done in 1 hour. Right? All cut pretty much overnight right before the course. So, I mean, that's not to pat anything on the back. That's to say, look, let's get to filming. Yeah? Let's just kind of like make things happen. I think and hope that you guys actually saw your creativity just flowing. When you actually see the creativity of everyone else around, you might be itching to get started. But one more film, because you know what? I itch too. So, I did one. I itch too.
Is there anything you want to know about me?
Sexually?
Yes, there's so many stories I'd like to tell you. I wish I was with you when you were a child. Like love. Telling bedtime stories. I've been having my life now. I had many problems. but I always loved you. She wouldn't let me be your wife. But you know I love you. It's just not possible. Can you forgive me? Norman, can you forgive me?
How's that?
Cameo.
Looks like I need to spend more time on my stuff than yours. Alright, so you can throw a dagger. That's alright, that's all cool. I don't really care. You know, because it's just like, hey, you know, no, I meant like, you know, because I'm not taking it that seriously. I'm saying like I just really like love the opportunity is what I want you to do. And I mean I went for it, you know, got a film happening over there, got a film happening over there and everything like that. So we had like some sound. I was feeding Maria lines and everything, so I had to like kind of like pretty much cut the dialogue and just put music in there, you know. But well done, Maria. Thank you very much. Nigel, I don't know what you were looking at. Generally, you know, you just be sinister, but your eyes just kept going like this. I was like, what the fuck going on there? And then Midnight, what the hell? I thought you were in enough films tonight. You know, you just got to make an appearance wherever you can make an appearance.
It was the guy.
In my film, thank you
It
very
was the guys in
much.
the face. He was like, I want to make it complete. Never mind.
Yeah, exactly.
But I think Nigel, when you do that, I think it's really brilliant. You know, like when we did Fade, that could easily be the same. Not trying to like get up.
Yeah, no, you're right. You're right. You're right. I mean, but also too is that another reason why I was showing it is because anybody know what film I was paying homage to?
Yeah.
Psycho 2.
Psycho 2 and everything, you know, and like the thing about it is that technically would be your next assignment is the homage film, and everything, because now that you finish your enter and exit, your homage film has to be a film noir homage. Yeah, then I'm gonna write this on the board. A film noir homage. And so what I did was I took the scene from Psycho. I got deep pockets. I took the scene from Psycho, and that's somebody's phone.
Me.
Cameraman says me. So I took the scene from Psycho, the end of Psycho 2, and I'm paying a homage to it, right? So I'm making my own version of it, you know, within like a location with actors and, you know, and they're portraying the scene. And, you know, we just kind of like just fudging the dialogue, but that was pretty much the concept, was that his mother was actually the woman who worked in a cafe down the street. And, you know, she was in the loony bin, and she got out, and she's just been watching him all these years. And so when he just got out of the loony bin, you know, she was doing the killings. So it was actually his mother in the sequel, you know, when it was him as his mother, it was actually his mother. So this was her coming to him, and he just was like,
But Psycho 3, that contradicts it, doesn't it, again?
Yeah, but I mean, but I'm just saying is
Yeah.
that in that scene, I just knew that, man, Nigel can do this.
Yeah.
And stuff like that, and you know, so we went for it, and thank you very much for that. So that would be your next assignment, you know, to figure out scenes that you could pay homage to, but they would also be film noir pieces. So that means and I'll put it on. That's why it says on paper. I'll put it on the page. Right? There's some great little videos on film noir, not just the rules of film noir, but like the characters. Because I did say that this is going to be about characters. So we know that we got a femme fatale, two characters, and a desperate man. I know you can't see it, but it helps me. It helps my way of thinking. Right? Femme fatale and the desperate man. Generally, that desperate man is a detective, a private eye. But like in DOA, you know, it was Edmund O'Brien, or which I thought better version, Dennis Quaid. Yeah, and he was just a teacher. You know, so my whole thing about it is that like I want you to kind of like stretch your imagination into it. You know, the basement should be empty. You know, for at least hopefully the next 2 weeks. You know, they've been putting stuff in and out of there and everything. So it's a nice, good raw space. This thing is only on once a month, so after this month, so the next 3 weekends we'll have full access to that side and the kitchen and all that. You got a spiral staircase, big oak doors, you know, you got the back alley. So you really have to kind of like think, yeah, what could I do? You know, and that piece shouldn't really go past 5 minutes. 3, it should really be, you know, I keep trying to push people you can say it short, man. And even if you do go past 5 minutes like Sean does, you know, I will cut you to 3 minutes. So there. Right? Why, Sean?
You're talking about number 1 from last class.
Yeah, why? Why would I cut you?
Because I asked you.
No.
So, are we talking about the same film or?
Yeah, voices.
Voices, yeah, okay.
Okay, why did I cut you?
Because I want to enter into a competition.
Right, so, you know, I mean, like, you know, competitions don't want films that are 5 minutes long. Yeah? So, I mean, like, the whole point about it is these courses are supposed to be to make a scene and make it viable, right? And that doesn't mean long-winded dialogue. This is not Tarantino stuff, right? You know, just kind of like build the tension within that scene. You know, like, anybody see Double Indemnity?
Yeah.
Freaking love this movie. It's like my second most favorite movie. Right, Fred MacMurray and Barbara Stanwyck, the lovely Barbara Stanwyck. That scene that was in the shop, you know, where they're not supposed to talk to one another, and they got this whole like bridge of canned goods in between them. Like, yeah, baby, don't look at me, don't look at me, baby. Right? You know, it was just, you know, she's like, oh, I really love you, Walter. And then the light is all beautiful, and she got the bloom effect on her face and sunglasses, and that's his man because he's like, we're gonna die. You know, cops are closing in, you know, and it's full on desperation. Right? So it's a scene you probably wouldn't even think is film noir or like something I should do. You know, you could do the whole old fashioned like you were talking about, you know, somehow getting some Venetian blinds and then shooting a light through the window and all that. Right? You know, if you got him, you know, smoke if you got him, Charlie. But like the whole point about it is that I'm just looking for creativity. I'm looking for you to expand your mind. Last Seduction. Anybody ever see it?
Yeah.
With Linda Fiorentino, right? So even though like she's a femme fatale, she was like fully in charge. You know, her and that guy who became a director.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Stockwell.
I know. No, it's not Stockwell. Young guy. Anyway, the whole point about it is, you know, female power. Think about that when you think about femme fatales or film noir. You know, how can I represent this? Yeah? So I don't have to do the old trope of the detective and the woman who wants to find out who killed her husband or who stole her money. You know, expand your imagination and watch some films. Neo-noir, like I just said about the grifters. You know, Stephen Frears, you know. I mean, like, there was also another really good movie.